so fragile, like it was built to break off the handle. How'd we get
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. My name is Daniela, and today we're going to be getting glam together. I have a different hairstyle. Are you guys surprised? Are you guys shocked? Have you guys been waiting for this moment? I have. I just did a random look. I didn't really have anything in mind when I was doing my look today. I just wanted to use a bunch of newer products to me and film that for you guys and show you guys how they apply, so that if you guys are thinking about purchasing any of these items, you guys kind of get like a first look or an idea of how they perform. You're gonna see that I did have a few fails in the video, but we pushed through and we came up with this look. It is literally the perfect summer eyeshadow look. But I used the Maybelline Lemon Craze palette. I recently purchased that, so you'll see how it applies, how the pigmentation is, and you're gonna basically see all of the mishaps and misfortunes that have played out in today's video. It seems like when I record on Mondays, I don't have the best luck. So maybe I should take that as a sign to maybe not record on Mondays, or at least prepare myself a little bit better before I go ahead and decide to film. Now let's start the tutorial. We got this YSL Blur Primer as a Sephora perk not too long ago. So I figured I might as well give this a shot. I think I bought this as a full, I think I bought the full, what am I trying to say? I think I bought the full size maybe a year or two ago, and I wasn't crazy about it. So to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm gonna love this product. But I'm basically just gonna focus this on the T-zone and basically everywhere. Let me guys know in the comments what your favorite primers are, because I do want to try new ones. I was using the Becca, I think it was the Backlight priming filter, and I love that so much. I actually don't know why I ever purchased it. It could be that I spent so much money on that other primer that I'm like, you're only gonna buy a new primer when that one is finished. So this is very like silicone-y feeling. I don't know if it contains silicone. I'm actually going to be applying two new foundations. So I picked up the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation. It's a new stick formula from Maybelline. When it came in the mail, it was like, it had already fallen out, so it does look like it's butchered. And I got the shade, I think it's 220. Does it say here? Oh yeah, 220 beige, natural beige. Now I'm also going to be mixing that in with the Flower Beauty Light Illusion liquid makeup. And this is also a darker shade for when I came back from vacation, or anytime that I self-tanned. The color that I picked up is Classic Tan M3. So the color the Maybelline color is definitely very dark, and is it a neutral tone? It's definitely very dark, and this Flower Beauty is a lighter color. So I find that mixing these two together gives me like the perfect tan shade, and they both have nice coverage. I find that with mixing these two, I get like a natural finish. It's not matte, and it doesn't cake up on the skin either. I wore this past Thursday. I wore this past Saturday at my cousin's birthday party, and it was outside, and it wore nicely. I didn't get oily at all. I mean, I think I did. I got like my typical amount of oily, as most of us do throughout the day. We get oily. Our natural oils just seep through the makeup. But it did not look crazy. I did not look cakey. It just gives like a beautiful coverage and covers like just enough. Like my face just has like a natural glow. I don't look matte or stiff, so I do like that. I actually didn't show this concealer on camera. I picked it up in my recent haul, which I hope you guys watched. I'll tag it down below. But it's a Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer. And this is also for like my self-tan shade. And this is in the shade Medium Honey. So I'm basically going to go over any blemishes that are peeking through the foundation, just so I could get that full coverage look. But on a day where I don't really need that extra coverage, or I don't care for it, I'll literally just let the blemishes peek through the foundation. It really doesn't bother me. I don't mind, you know, that look. Next I'm going to start with, next I'm going to do my eyebrows. So I'm going to be trying out this newer Kat Von D product, and it's the Brow Struck Dimension Powder. And I haven't used a brow powder in years, so I'm a little nervous, but we will make it work. I did try it out earlier. I did like it, but it was a little heavy-handed, so I'm not gonna let that be my first impression on the product. So I got medium brown, and it looks like it has like a little bit of shimmer in it, which is weird. In my opinion, I would think is a little weird for an eyebrow powder. I'm sure there's a reasoning as to why it has a little bit of shimmer in it. I don't know why, but whatever. I also picked up this Anastasia 7B brow pencil. It has a spoolie and then the angled brush at the other end. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to look in this little Origins mirror. They actually were nice enough to send me a few items. They reached out to me on Instagram. Thank you so much, Origins. That was very sweet. They're the first company that's reached out to me since I've started like my YouTube and Instagram journey. So thank you guys so much. That was really sweet. I love their skincare, as you can tell. And then they sent me, I think, their charcoal activated, I think it was charcoal activated one. So I want to try that maybe tomorrow, so I can give my skin a little wet. I don't know. Yeah. I love doing masks like every 2 days or minimum once a week, especially if I'm wearing more makeup. I definitely like to use a mask to give my skin a break, and to also treat your skin and pamper it. It's just very natural. Looks like my own brow, and the color really does match perfectly with my own eyebrow hair. Sometimes I did find, like what I do find with my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, and sometimes you can tell that I have eyebrow pencil on, and it's like a big giveaway, like that I'm wearing eyebrow product. That's why I've been wanting to try out a powder for quite a while now. Like, I want something that's gonna look a little bit more natural and not give away that I have product on my brow. I mean, but don't get me wrong, you could definitely still tell when you're wearing powder. It's just a matter of the technique you use. I'm just trying to fill in the sparse area of the brow. So like on this brow, it's around the arch. And I'm just trying to disperse that product throughout the whole brow. I like the way it's coming out, I will say. The color is perfect for my eyebrows. I don't have a new brow gel, so I'm just gonna go in with my regular Anastasia brow gel. Can you guys tell, do they look natural to you? Like, I really like the way they came out. I'm very, very impressed. Very impressed. So next step I do, my steps are all out of order, all out of whack. That's just what works for me. So next step is my concealer. So I'm going to use this Real Techniques. This is the face and body sponge. I do have concealer on it. Please don't judge me. But I'm going to go in with this sponge. I'm going to be lazy and use my Smashbox Primer Water to dampen that up. And then I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is not new.
So fragile, like it was built to break off the handle. How'd we get to this place? We're leaving everything behind for new and exciting feelings, but I won't leave you. Will everything we know be lost and changed for something new? Only time will tell, but I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you. I'll be holding
The concealer, and I'm using, this is not a brand new product, but I haven't used it on camera and I haven't used it in a while actually. So this is the Givenchy Prisme Libre powder. It's a nice, it's very finely milled, but the problem with this powder is it's so powdery, like it gets everywhere, and it's just like the smell. Did you see that? I didn't even do that on purpose. It's just so like heavily fragranced that like I avoid using it at all costs, but the cost, oh my god, like I could taste it. I could literally like taste the fragrance. It's just like a very perfumey scent. I avoid getting rid of it because of the price tag. And this is a YouTube mini buy product. I was watching Nelly Toledo, I think it's Toledo. I'll link her channel down below. But this, like, I've had this for a year and I still haven't gone through half of it. Maybe not even a fourth of it. But she was raving about it and she sold me. And I'm not mad at her because it is a nice product. It does apply nice on the skin. It's finely milled. I don't have the complaints about the actual product. It's just the packaging is a little hard to work with, and the scent is just so strong that it really literally turns me off. Like, that's why I avoid using it at all costs. But for the purpose of this video, I wanted to show you guys that powder and use it, because I'm not trying to do, you know, it gets boring using the same products all the time, and I do switch up my makeup products every now and again. Okay, so now that we set the under eye and everywhere else that we highlighted, I'm gonna set the rest of my face. This is not a new product to me. Did I mention this in my favorites video? I don't remember if I mentioned this in my beauty favorites. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in the shade, so that's not the whole name. It's a Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder, and I got the shade 2 medium. I think there's only 3 shades, which, I mean, we should expand that. Like, how are there only 3 shades? I don't think it gives coverage though. It's kind of like a translucent powder, in my opinion. Like, I don't see any color payoff when I apply this. So I'm like, is it meant to be translucent? Is that why we have a lack of like a color range. I don't know. Your skin's gonna look great. But I always set, like I never, when I first started doing makeup, I never ever used to set my foundation. And then I found that once I started, my bronzer would apply better, my blush would apply better. So ever since I began, I cannot stop. But this powder is amazing. I usually keep it in my purse when I'm doing touch-ups throughout the day, or if I'm getting oily, I'll just apply this. And it doesn't cake up on top of your like concealer or any other products. So that's why I love it so much. This is my third one. So you know it's good. So I'm going to go in with this Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette. I picked it up a few weeks ago at Target. A lot of pretty colors. I'll be honest though, color payoff, like I had so many high hopes for this lemonade shade right here. It's so pretty in the pan, but when you put it on your eyes, like there's barely any color payoff, so it is a little bit disappointing. But I do like the darker shades like Sweet Tea and Old Fashioned, and their glitter shades. They are nice when you apply them, like when you use Fix Plus or any setting spray, and then you apply them, they do pick up very well. I haven't really used any of the like brighter shades. I'm not into bright shades. I'm very plain. So I am going to first start with my transition shade. So I'm going in with the color Sweet Tea and just applying that right above my crease. I'm going to try this Morphe M441 brush. I recently picked this up at Ulta. Now Morphe is like big in the game for their brushes. I've used quite a few of their brushes, and I will say they're great for the price point. You're getting what you're paying for. They do shed a little bit, but I mean, like I said, you're paying for, I mean, does that mean you're paying for the product? But I'm not mad at it, honestly. Okay, so this seems to be a trend when I record, but my camera turned off on me. So last thing I remember saying was that I recently tried to cut crease this past Saturday, and I did like a turquoise blue eyeshadow look. I love the way it turned out. It was just a little sloppy, and before I come on camera and show you guys how I do it, I want to perfect it. I think just like maybe honestly 1 to 2 more times of giving it a shot, I'll be able to look at this. I'll be able to find a technique that works for me. Really? Look. Why? Alright, whatever. So, like I was saying before, once I find a technique that I like, I will definitely record a cut crease for you guys. 'Cause I love the way they come out. I just think it makes your eyeshadow and your whole makeup look more like put together, more sleek, and just overall like I kind of like that's turning. Oh, who am I? Guys, I'm really not creative with my makeup ever. I'm gonna just bring that in and kind of overlap the sugar coated shade. I really do like the way that's coming out though. So now I'm gonna go back into the copper shade and just apply that back in the middle on top of it to help it blend in better. Beautiful. And then I'm gonna grab my Sigma E25 brush and go back into this shade Old Fashioned, and then just blend out the edges of those two shadows. Trying out this brand new Fenty Beauty liner. It's, what's the name of it? It's just called the Fly Liner, and how I like it. So I'm just gonna, oh my god, I haven't done liner in such a long time, I'm nervous. So I'm gonna just apply the outer, I always do this, I apply my outer wing. I'll let that hang out for a little because I do notice that it takes a little while to dry. I mean, this is my first impression. This is literally the first time I tried it. I'm not happy. My Kat Von D liner does not do that. It's so liquidy that it just like, it's very easy to mess up, clearly. Like, I'm sure I can make this work if I just go in with a makeup wipe and kind of, I'm probably just gonna do that now. I'm gonna go in with a makeup wipe. And to be honest, I don't know why it's so hyped up. I mean, it's a nice color, but sometimes when I apply it, I feel like it's patchy. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm still on the top layer right now. It looks really good. I like the way it looks. It's giving me like that chiseled effect. So now I'm going to apply blush, and I'm using this itty bitty, look how cute, this little baby girl. This is the NARS Orgasm blush. I talked about this in my Sephora haul, but I haven't used it since then. I think yesterday was the first time I used this since then. I'm just gonna apply this. This blush is literally like an OG. Everybody talks about it. It's a very pretty color. Oh, next step. I'm gonna set my face. I just like doing this. Get a shower in my primer water. So I'm gonna go back into the Lemonade Craze palette. I'm gonna first pick up the darker shade, which is Old Fashioned. And I am going to use this e.l.f. defining eye brush. That darker shade on the outer half. Going in with the shade Ice Pop, which is that like cranberry and fuchsia color, and applying that to... Does anybody else just wipe their makeup all over their clothes? Now granted, I'm only wearing like workout clothes, so I'm not worried about, you know, getting them dirty, but you guys do that too? A new highlighter that I picked up recently from Fenty Beauty in the shade Sandcastle and Minted Mojito.
More than my cosmetic brush, and I'm telling you, it's a brush, but I'm just falling in love with this brush again. I don't know why I still put clean highlighter on this side. I just can never find. Here, it just looks so nice. Maybe it's just bad.
Yeah, I am what I am. I don't have no time for no misunderstandings again. Going on, I gotta represent. Hey.
Alright, lashes are on. Now I'm gonna just brighten up the eye. So I'm gonna go in with this Rimmel Scandal Eyes Nude Liner. I'm just gonna apply that in my waterline. And now onto the lips. So I'm going in with this Makeup Forever lip. I don't know if it's necessarily a lip liner. I think you can use it for your eyes, your lips, anything you want. Yeah, it's makeup. So it's the Artist Color Pencil in the shade 606. And I'm just lining my lips. Oh my god, this is so pretty. Now I'm going to apply the Too Faced lipstick. The shade is Skinny Dip. It's a nice creamy nude lipstick. I think it's one of their like newer lines. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact details. But it's just a really pretty nude. And then I'm going in. Oh my god. Alright. I swear this. Why? This is done. This lip gloss is done. Oh my god. Alright. So the lip gloss that I applied, wow, it's done. It's the Dose of Colors. Oh my god, it's oozing out. The Dose of Colors lip gloss in the shade Honey I'm Home. It is like a light, the color I want to say is orange, but it's like a pale nude lip gloss. And as you can see right here, is it focusing? Do you see this? This is my look. But the last and final step is setting the face. For a second time, I'm gonna go in with the same spray, the Smashbox Primer Wetter. And the coconut scent on this primer, and the coconut scent is not strong or very fake smelling. It's just a light scent of coconut. So if you find yourself getting overwhelmed with those strong scents, it's really not it really doesn't irritate me, and I get irritated easily with scents. So that is the final look. I'm gonna quickly just fix my hair and I'll be right back. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Before you go, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it if you join my YouTube family.